Written and directed by Stuart Thorndike. Bad Things hits Shudder on August 18th, but I got a chance to check this one out a little bit early. However, I didn't enjoy this movie. Stick around and find out why. Hello everyone, hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for taking your own time out to check out this review, where today we're talking about Bad Things. Starring Gayle Rankin, Hari Nef, Rad Pereira, Annabelle Dexter-Jones, and Molly Ringwald. A weekend getaway for a few friends at a snowy resort, which becomes a psychological tailspin and a bloody nightmare. Now that is the official synopsis that I was sent to me from Shudder directly, and going into this movie I didn't really even know anything about it except from that plot, and that was it. I've never seen a trailer, so I was definitely intrigued. So just before we dive into my thoughts, I would like to say a huge thank you to all my awesome Patreons who help to really support the channel. If you're interested in joining Patreon, and if you're interested in buying some merch or checking out my debut book, there is a link down below in the description box you can click where you can find all that good stuff. Over on Patreon, memberships start from only £2 per month. You get access to so much extra content, such as early videos, movie reviews, watch parties, and so much more. Thanks for listening, really appreciate it. Now let's get on to the video. I was really just hoping for a fun time, maybe a bit of it like a hidden gem of a screener, but unfortunately that's not what I got. Going into basically kind of the main positive that I've got for this movie is at least it's kind of like on set location where it was shot on this kind of snowy resort. At least it's sold that. There's some nice cinematography here in this kind of creepy-ish suite slash hotel where they were staying, and at least had some sort of kind of like eerie vibe to it. I appreciate that element of it. So at least it was trying to sell this, location where it was trying to tell us this story that was about to unfold. The acting, I can't really say it is terrible because the actors and actresses involved, which I will go by basically they them for any of these actors and actresses involved, as I do know that there is some non-binary characters here. I believe that they all did the best that they were possibly given, because this story, it is about kind of like female rage, in Stuart Thorndike's words directly. Now this of course isn't something that I can completely relay with, but I can certainly enjoy elements of that, and I have done in previous movies. But unfortunately this is where it leans into the negatives, because unfortunately with Bad Things nothing really happens throughout it. You do get moments where there's like these ghostly figures and you're wondering, okay, we're maybe onto something here. How is it actually going to build from here? And we never really get much of a build-up. We get a character, Gayle Rankin's character specifically, going through these kind of like trials and tribulations and these range of emotions and trying to fight this kind of feelings that they are getting with, of course, the underlying story at foot. But we've seen this done far better many times before. This isn't new, this isn't original, this isn't a take where I felt really invested in that character, because to be honest, Gayle Rankin's character is the only character primarily who actually gets any form of backstory. The rest of the cast are kind of left high and dry without that development, and throughout the dialogue a lot of the times is terrible. It doesn't feel as if it's kind of like friendship dialogues. It feels as if it is like literally written on a script, and these actors are reading out exactly what is said on that said script, and it just doesn't feel like a cohesive narrative. It feels very conjoined, it feels very messy, it feels a bit all over the place, and it is a shame because, as I mentioned before, with the location use that they have, they could have really made this into something special. And especially as I mentioned there about a kind of a bloody weekend and a bloody nightmare, so to say, we get like the littlest or tiniest of bits. So you're expecting this to be kind of like a gore fest or anything, yeah, get that out of your mind immediately, because it is not that. This, unfortunately, instead is just a bore fest, unfortunately. And about 20-25 minutes in, I was kind of falling asleep. So I was, taking like some water. I even had like a fizzy drink just to kind of keep myself active. And heck, after this movie, I was making some pasta, and the pasta was more fun to make than watching Bad Things, which that should never be the case. How can you make pasta exciting? But somehow it was. Yeah, unfortunately, Bad Things did not work for me. However, from a female or non-binary perspective, I would love to know your thoughts on this. Am I just completely missed this movie? Am I just not the target audience? Or have I just got this wrong completely? Well, let me know down below in the comment section so we can continue the discussion down there. And I hope that you've enjoyed this review. If I was to give Bad Things a score, I would give it a 1 out of 5. I hope that you've enjoyed this review. If you have, give it a thumbs up. Also, subscribe to the channel by clicking the red button down below so I can see you again on a future video. And until the next time that I see you, I'll be seeing you later.